The Michael Jackson biopic is finally here, and this has a lot of people divided. A lot of people calling it awful. A lot of people calling it incredible. Which one is it, and where do I stand? Let's dive in. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Movie Dive. Today we're diving into new Antoine Fuqua movie that is Michael. Before we do, please never forget to subscribe to the Movie Dive and ring the bell button down below to get notifications on the channel. Michael is a movie that they filmed. They made the whole third act, and they found out from their lawyers that they had to change the third act. So it feels like they just got rid of the third act, and that made a completely different movie that actually came out in theaters. And honestly, from the trailer, this movie looked like another biopic that I'm going to hate. I'm an anti-biopic type guy. I don't like watch them. I feel like a lot of them, I'd say 90% of them are really formulaic. For example, Bohemian Rhapsody, yeah, had a cool concert scene at the end, but the thing where they just go scene from scene from scene to each little music highlight that they did during their life, it just doesn't make for a good movie, in my opinion. So I was highly expecting Michael to be the same way. Even when I watched the trailer, I thought there's no one that can portray how big Michael Jackson was on screen, as he was the biggest pop star of all time. I don't think it even comes close. And we got Jaafar Jackson, who is his nephew, who is playing Michael Jackson. He's never acted before, so how is he going to be able to reach that level? Now, a lot of times when actors do play these roles of a famous singer or artist in some point, and even if they get nominated for an Oscar, I still feel like I'm watching an impersonation rather than an actor becoming that real life star. Even with likes like Joaquin Phoenix and Timothy Chalamet, when they portrayed those famous artists, I still just fully did not get into it. And in that sense, again, biopics are just not my thing. But the first credit I will give to this film is that Jaafar Jackson is the closest I think we've ever gotten to that. I saw him as Michael Jackson. The dance moves were there, and it made you really believe that you were watching Michael Jackson on screen. Now, that is a positive of the movie. Of course, I mean, Rotten Tomatoes, when it first came out, it had 27%. I think it has gone up ever since then, and you had people mad saying that they absolutely loved the movie. And actually, to a surprise of mine, is I'm going to kind of fall in between that as I see both sides of it. I saw one reviewer online come out of the movie and say that's the best biopic ever made. The theater was rocking. I saw another reviewer online say that is one of the worst movies he has ever seen. And he's not someone who just throws stuff out there normally. Now, when it comes to it being an actual movie with depth, it doesn't have that. Now, when it comes to it being the best biopic someone has ever seen, I understand why they would find a lot of love and enjoyment in this movie, as it was kind of a fun movie experience. I remember when I was a kid in the 90s, I had this VHS of Michael Jackson music videos, and I would always watch it. I thought it was just amazing, everything he did in that world. I thought his music was terrific. I mean, everyone from every age seemed to love Michael Jackson. Now, this movie doesn't really feel that much different to that. It just goes from song to song that he created throughout his life, kind of like highlights. Again, the issue that you have with biopics. But I'm not going to lie when I say that because of the performance of Jaafar Jackson, that a lot of the moments were really epic, especially the music. It just hits because he really did make some of the best music of all time, specifically with songs like Thriller and Beat It off the Thriller album, which is widely regarded as the best pop album of all time. And it's really cool kind of showing the behind the scenes of that, like when he's working to make the Beat It dance or working to make the Thriller music video. That's the kind of stuff that I just wish we didn't have to rush through. I wish you slowed down and really dive into the creative process of those songs, because I found that to be really interesting. Another thing I found to be interesting is how they drop little hints throughout the movie of why he becomes how he is later on in his life, you know, with the Neverland Ranch, and why he always feels so lonely and cannot connect with anyone, and why he feels like he's stuck as a kid his whole life. I feel like they kind of slowly give hints at that, but they never fully dive in. And I'm not sure if there's going to be another part to this movie, because I think there's supposed to be, but I really hope they can. Cole Domingo plays Joe Jackson. He is the bad guy of the movie. He is the villain. I mean, very stereotypical biopic stuff where the dad is really hard on the kid and always tries to push him, even though it's because the dad is the one who really wants the fame and the money. There's a lot of stuff that happened in this movie. Very corny, of course. The intro to the film, of course, is a flash forward. It's him about to perform at the Bad Tour, and you hear him going, hee hee, and it's, sorry for making that noise, but that kind of stuff automatically made me start laughing in the theater. We've seen so many parodies of that stuff in our life, so that's what it goes to. But especially when people lived during his rise and his whole stardom, which I did not, I felt them in the theater loving what they were seeing, especially with the concert sequences. Oh, one of my lights turned off. Like when he does the song Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, I'm automatically going to think of Chris Tucker in Rush Hour 2.
Come on to the voice, yes,
But yeah, this is one of those movies that no matter what you say about it, people are going to tell you you're wrong. I actually completely agree with every side of it. If you wanted something way more in depth with Michael Jackson's life, diving into the darkness that he must have gone through, I get that, because we could have gotten that. We showed little hints what we could have had, and we did not do that. At the same time, I really enjoyed the music. But on the other note, if people loved Michael Jackson, they loved hearing his music, I understand why this movie is really going to work for them, and they don't really care at all about that deep artistic cinematic stuff. So there's both sides to it. It's a by the numbers biopic movie. You ask ChatGPT how to make a biopic, this is what it would give you. But a lot of it does work. Also was going to make a Michael joke in this review because there was a movie John Travolta made long ago that was also called Michael. But another reviewer took that joke. I actually watched that before this. But I'm going to go ahead and give this version of Michael a 53 out of 100. Have you guys seen it? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Movie Dive. We'll see you next time.